Good afternoon and welcome to the final edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast here for 2025 on New Year's Eve, as I like to call it. Yes, we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today and get more details on all things Anidjar and Levine on my website at markmosesshow.com. And yeah, it's funny. We started the year with this guy as my first guest, and we're going to end with this guy as the final guest of 2025. He is a football fanatic. He's getting ready for more bowl games coming up over the next couple of days. He is Alan Zlotorzynski with Brevard Sports Network. Alan, how you doing today?
Good, buddy. Happy New Year. I'm honored to be the last guest of 2025. It's been an interesting year in sports, man. I mean, if I could sit here and tell you I know what the future holds, I'd be lying because I don't have a clue.
It's a great point. It is. And I know you were at the Pop-Tarts Bowl over the weekend for a minute.
Briefly.
And then tomorrow, I will put you on the spot. I'm going to the game. I'm excited for this game. Michigan and Texas. No, Mr. Coach Moore. No, he's not coaching for Michigan. Are you going to be making an appearance for this big bowl game tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I've got my reasons. Like, I want to see Bevo. I mean, Bevo's making the trip. Have you ever seen Bevo?
Yes. Okay. So my sister, she got her undergraduate from the University of Texas.
Okay.
So I've seen Texas play multiple times. I have seen Bevo. It's the craziest mascot because they eat their own mascot. They eat beef all day, the Texas Longhorns. Bevo is a big mascot.
I think he's the 20 or 15th Bevo 15, I think he is. I'm excited to see Bevo. But look, I mean, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, the Big Ten comes into this bowl game tomorrow. They're 5-0, Mark.
Yeah.
The SEC is 2-4. So, listen, I don't think Michigan has a prayer to beat Texas tomorrow just because of everything that's going on up there. But, this is one of the more intriguing bowls. Listen, BYU and Georgia Tech was a great football game.
Yeah, went down to the wire.
Yeah, went down to the wire. BYU won the football game. Listen, I mean, for, BYU, where's it? In Utah. And so the way that fan base traveled was amazing to me. It was stunning to see so many BYU fans at the Citrus Bowl.
And they do a great job with this Pop-Tarts Bowl. I've been to one.
It's amazing, man.
I went last year. It's incredible how, like, all right, so the helmets had the kind of sprinkles on it, like a Pop-Tart, and then the end zones had it as well. Yeah. Dude, it's awesome.
Look, and the best part was the way they trolled Notre Dame.
What'd they do?
Well, at the end, they had 3 Pop-Tarts that they were going to, they jump into the toaster and become the edible trophy for the winning team, right?
Uh-huh.
So they had 3 Pop-Tarts up on top of the toaster. And they're all supposed to jump in and slide out and be eaten. And the Pop-Tart in the middle basically held up a sign said he was opting out of being toasted.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
You got trolled by a Pop-Tart.
Got trolled by a Pop-Tart. And, of course, all the Notre Dame fans were like, this is precisely why we didn't go.
I saw a meme this morning. I'm sorry I have to say this, where it said, like, Marcus Freeman, he interviewed the New York Giants, but he declined it because he was upset that he wasn't allowed to make his own schedule and get an automatic bid to the NFL playoffs.
They're going to be hearing this one for a while.
Oh, man. So that's cool you went to the game. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see who even shows up for Michigan. I'm not talking the fans. I'm talking the players after everything that happened. Yeah, I think Texas is going to roll them in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to be close. We'll see how long,
it's a game.
Right.
Yeah, you've seen Michigan because you and me went to the game when they played Notre Dame. Yes. I think that's what it was. Was that the game? Or no, we saw, I apologize. We saw Michigan play Bama.
And Florida, I thought it was.
Yes.
I saw Michigan play Florida and Alabama.
Yeah, Notre Dame played Iowa State.
Correct.
With Brock Purdy, by the way.
Yes.
In the game.
That's true.
So anyone who's never been to a bowl game, is it a must to just go to a bowl game?
You have to go. These are great. It's why it's one of the first things I got involved with when I moved here was going to these bowl games. And yeah, I mean, it's just a great event. I think South Carolina was in the first one I went to, the first and the third one I went to. I mean, you see some great I mean, Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, you just see so many great players come through. And, even like the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Mark, which used to be the Russell Athletic Bowl, that bowl game has a history of teams that have played in that bowl game have gone on in the next 2 years to win national championships. I mean, we've seen it countless times. So I don't know when they listen, I fully expect the Citrus Bowl will eventually be included. If they go to 24 teams in the college football playoff, I can't imagine that the Citrus Bowl wouldn't pick up one of these CFP games.
It's a great atmosphere when you go there for a bowl game. Dude, we've not had a kickoff classic in a while. We need, because remember, we went for Florida State LSU a couple of years ago when that was Labor Day weekend. That was a lot of fun as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I am. I like also, hey, 3:00 with the kick. Then we can get out of there and not deal with the New Year's Eve crazy crowd. I like this, so we can get home. That's pretty good.
And that's it. And that there you go. There's the older Mark talking.
There is the older. Look, I was telling some of my coworkers at lunch today. There are 3 days now in this country where I do not drive at night. It is New Year's Eve. It is also St. Patrick's Day, and the other one is Super Bowl Sunday. Right? If I'm working and I'm in a big truck, I don't drink because I'm actually working an event. Dude, it's amateur hour. New Year's Eve is amateur hour. I'm not dealing with the crowds. I don't want to deal with drunk drivers. Get away from me. I'm sorry. That's how I am.
I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you.
All right, let's get to the $50 million question 7 minutes in here with Alan Z. The question he's really thinking, and you wrote a great post on your Facebook page that has like hundreds of comments, right? First off, who's starting if you are John Harbaugh for your Baltimore Ravens? We'll start there. Forget who's going to win the game. That's the second question. Who is starting for you? Is it Huntley or is it Lamar Jackson if you're the Ravens?
Well, one of those comments was, I'll give you 50 million reasons why, if he's anywhere close to 100%, it'll be Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson steps on a practice field this week, I would be willing to bet. I fully expect Lamar Jackson to play in this football game. I do. Is it the right choice? I don't know, Mark. Listen, we have seen the Ravens, and I saw Swagoo go off last night on NFL. The kickoff thing.
I saw it.
That the way he went off, and how can you not have Lamar Jackson in here? This guy's done this, and this. Yeah, but Mark, this year, Lamar Jackson is 6-6. He's not been the same Lamar Jackson. He's been banged up and hurt, and that's fine. Okay, I get it. But what we saw with Tyler Huntley against Green Bay was things we haven't seen all year at this quarterback position. The ball coming out quickly, okay? We saw the fact that because Huntley could use his legs, it opened up more for Derrick Henry. I just think what Huntley brought to the field, and listen, the Packers defense, they ain't no slouch, Mark. That's a good defense that the Ravens went out and absolutely gouged for 370 total yards. But if he's anywhere near healthy, I suspect it'll be Lamar Jackson. Although I will tell you this, I wholeheartedly think that, it should be Snoop Huntley. I just think that given his health and what I saw from him against the Packers, this offense performed a hell of a lot better than it has at any point in time this season with Lamar Jackson. And that's not a slight. Now, listen, and I think this is where people want to twist up your words. That's not a slight against Lamar Jackson. It's not. He's just not healthy, Mark.
No.
Therefore, he can't do the things that makes this offense what it is. So, yeah, me personally, if I had a word, I'd argue for Huntley.
I would start Huntley as well.
Yeah.
I would put the way you guys looked against Green Bay, you looked like a football team for the first time this whole season. I'm not kidding around. You kicked the crap out of the Green Bay Packers, embarrassed them. And notice also, it's not just a quarterback. Hey, you left in the future Hall of Fame running back. You kept feeding him the ball. Remember last week we talked where the game on the line and he's on the bench with Lamar Jackson. What is this? Finally, just give him the rock. Give him the rock 35 times against the Steelers.
Yeah, there's the infuriating thing is what you just brought up. I mean, he carried 36 times in this game Saturday night. The week before against the Patriots, he carried 18 times. And then if you listen to John Harbaugh talk, you have absolutely no idea what the hell the guy is saying because one week it's based on a rotation system. What rotation? You got a Hall of Fame run. There should be no rotation. The guy that should be getting the football is Derrick Henry, right? What the hell are you talking about, Harbaugh? And then this week it was, we just really felt like that it should be Henry with the touches. Where do these head coach, and this is what I don't get. These guys make millions of dollars. Who decides whether Derrick Henry gets a football 18 times or 36 times? How in the hell do you come up with that?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't touch it.
I don't get it. You brought him in. You signed him to give him the rock, right? That's what's interesting. All right, I'm happy you brought up that ESPN segment, because I saw it this morning. And I get it. You're trying to defend Lamar Jackson. And I like me some Lamar Jackson. He is a future Hall of Famer. Yeah. But, okay, here's what it is. Your ego, you're just everything about you, defending you, you're great. But remember, it's a team-first game. If you can't help us win, I'm sorry, we got to get the best player out there to help us win right now. I'm sorry.
You got to sit down. It's funny because if you go through that piece that I wrote and you just look at the comments, half of them want to take me and bury me under a jail cell somewhere. And then the other half absolutely love the article. That's always been the way it is with Lamar Jackson. There doesn't seem to be an in-between when it comes to Lamar.
No.
And listen, Mike Preston, a columnist, I've interviewed Mike before a couple times. He wrote a column last week criticizing Lamar for sleeping in meetings, for the Ravens practice later in the day because Lamar's not he's not a morning guy. He's up all night playing video games, which Lamar Jackson has admitted. He loves playing video games. Listen, Lamar Jackson's not the first franchise quarterback to ever get preferential treatment in a facility. Jimmy Johnson once famously said, if I catch a third-string lineman asleep, he won't be back for the afternoon session. If I catch Troy Aikman sleeping, I'm going to gently wake him up and offer him a cup of coffee. That's just the reality of this business. So, I took a little issue with Mike in that, but I understand when you are under 500, you have not been a very good football team this year. When you're the face of the franchise, look, you have to know, as the quarterback of an NFL team, you're going to get all the love and you're going to get all the hate.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money, all right? A lot of money to go win. And I'm sorry to tell this to you, he hasn't won nothing so far. No, he's not done it in January. I know it's very cliche to say.
He's 3-5 in the playoffs. His record against the Bills, the Steelers, and the Chiefs is something in the neighborhood of like 6-14. It's terrible, Mark. It's terrible.
It's interesting if we go back. We talked last week. All right, you're going to Green Bay. You have to win a game. You don't even know who the quarterback's going to be. You didn't know who Green Bay's quarterback was going to be. Malik Willis played well again. You had to outscore him in Lambeau. You win that. Then you're rooting for Shedeur Sanders to beat Aaron Rodgers. And again, the Browns score 13 points and win. And what'd you go from like 4 or 5% to all of a sudden.
We were 7% going into the weekend to have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're now 52%. In fact, we're favored in Pittsburgh, which scares the hell out of me. We're
They're-
favored in Pittsburgh. But
Yeah, they're a fraud. Pittsburgh is a fraud. You should beat that.
I watched that football game between the Browns
I know
and the
you did.
Steelers on Sunday like it was the Ravens in the Super. As a matter of fact, on the last play, I think I texted you. I jumped up and hit my hand on the ceiling fan. I mean, you know.
I believe it.
I could not believe what I was watching. Now, here's the thing. We'll go into this week and watch Aaron Rodgers throw all over the Ravens.
Remember,
he will.
The week before, he's in Detroit out dueling the Lions offense, putting up points. Dude, this is why you cannot gamble on NFL games. No, week to week, you have no idea what the hell's going to happen.
And this is why you can't tell these conspiracy theorist nuts who constantly want to argue with you that the NFL is fixed, that it's not. I mean, can you confidently say it's not? Can you conclusively say the NFL, I don't believe it is, but can you tell a conspiracy theorist that it's not fixed?
They scored 13 points and beat the Steelers.
Right.
13. And they triple teamed Myles Garrett on every play.
They chipped him to double team him.
Yeah, and then they can't move the ball with Aaron Rodgers. They could not. I mean, it is so wild.
It's crazy how everybody's thinking Shedeur Sanders. He was terrible in the football game.
It was terrible. Dude, the only one worse was probably Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense on Sunday. And they won a 13-12 game.
Right.
That's what happened. All right, this needs to be, everyone put their ego aside. We hate the Steelers. They're a fraud. Let's run it down their throat 40 straight times, and let's go win this division. A division we have no business winning, but let's go take it. That's what you need to do.
Well, listen, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I sat here, and as soon as the Ravens, as soon as the Browns won, I knew we'd be the Sunday night game.
Oh, yeah.
No offense to Bucs and Panthers, but that's not the same draw as the Ravens Steelers. And so, listen, I'm thrilled to be in this position. It's almost like, if the Ravens win this football game, they're going to win the AFC North for the third straight year. They're going to go back to the playoffs again. And you almost feel like, damn, man. And now we got to sit with Harbaugh for another year.
Who would you, in theory, right now, 4 versus 5, who would you, is it still?
It's going to be the Bills or the Texans we host.
Oh, I know. I think the ones, this is my opinion. The Jaguars are probably going to get the 3 seed.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to kill the Chargers because I think the Chargers are another fraud, right?
Right now it would be the Houston Texans.
Big game.
Yeah. So, well, listen, and Houston beat us like 45-10 earlier this season. I don't have any faith that the Ravens could win that. the Texans defense reminds me a lot of the 2000 Ravens. I mean, listen, right now, if you ask me to pick a team that from the AFC going to the Super Bowl, my pick would be the Texans just because of their defense, Mark. I love the way that defense plays right now. I have no faith in the Broncos. I saw the Patriots. The Ravens should have beat them by 2 touchdowns, okay? Jacksonville, I mean, if you watch the Jacksonville-Indianapolis game, which I did last night,
yeah,
I'm not blown away by Jacksonville, Mark. I mean, yeah, they're good. Trevor's playing good football. He's making good decisions. But, listen, I mean, I just wasn't overly impressed with them.
They won. Here's what's so funny. So they won 7 in a row. They have 12 wins, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
And they still haven't locked up the division. There's still if they lose and Texans win, I think the Texans win the division. And then they'd be on the road to start in the wild card round. That's how wild this is.
Them I think we could beat. I think we can beat Buffalo at home. I do. It's going to be crazy, absolutely crazy in the AFC. Listen, I told you at the beginning of the year that I honestly felt like, when we were like 7 weeks in, and you looked and you saw the Ravens at the bottom of the pile, and you saw the Chiefs at the bottom of the pile, you said to yourself, and even the Bills at that time, you said, this could be the year that a wild card, a 7 seed, reaches the Super Bowl. That could still very well be the case. And, your Bears in the NFC, listen, that was a hell of a football game against San Francisco. Right now, my pick is the 49ers, but I like your Bears too.
Okay. I hated being on Sunday Night Football. I hated waiting all day for that. All day. So that's going to happen to you on this upcoming Sunday.
For a division. For a freaking division.
Against your biggest rival. So you're just going to be like, it'll be like the 1 o'clock games. You're like, all right, come on. Then 4:15. All right, where's the game? You're just going to be waiting and waiting all day. Then the game's going to go till about 11:30 at night. Win or lose, you're going to be excited or you're going to be disappointed. Then you're not going to be able to sleep till 2 o'clock in the morning, even though that's what you do most nights. I know you're a night man. So it's like all day it's going on.
Well, the good news is that there is the Bucks-Panthers game to hold me over. I'm excited for that. Well, look, when you look at the Buccaneers game against the Dolphins on Sunday, that was a weird football game. There were parts of that game where Tampa Bay looked really good, and parts of that football game where they looked really bad. Baker Mayfield threw for over 300 yards in the game. The only thing that killed him were the turnovers. They don't turn the football over, they win the game.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't win, and I just want to say this. So the Falcons win last night to screw up everything. It's so stupid. So you're going to have this big game on Saturday. It was going to be big. Where it's like winner takes all. They win the division. Now the Bucks have to win. Then they have to make sure the Saints beat the Falcons on Sunday. What? You know what? I don't think anyone from the division should go. Just the hell with it. Just let some other wild card in. So bad.
So wait a minute. What is this now? What did I miss?
All right. This is how stupid this is. I know. I can't believe this is what happened. I bet you Roger Goodell's yelling about this. So if the Falcons, here's what happens. If the Falcons win on Sunday, they're 7-9 or 8-9. All right. They'll be 8-9. If the Bucks win as well, it's a 3-team tie for first place. And then Carolina has the tiebreaker. So even if Carolina loses on Saturday to the Bucks, they're still alive if Atlanta beats the Saints. That's what's going on. It's so stupid. That's what happened.
So let me get this straight. If Tampa Bay beats Carolina, they're still not in.
Unless the Saints beat the Falcons the next day.
Which ain't happening.
I don't know. I don't know. Falcons is what I love about Raheem Morris. So what are they up like 24-0 last night? Yeah. And then they just forget how to play football the rest of the way.
Yeah, it was 27-24, right?
I know this breaks. I know. Your colleague Caleb loves the Buccaneers. Our guy Anthony Nagler loves the Buccaneers. I think the only thing they all agree on is they hate this season. They're sick of this coaching staff. They don't even care about going to the playoffs.
This scenario you just told me about just blows my mind.
It's the worst. It's the worst. I think this is another reason why they're not Sunday Night Football, because at least your matchup makes sense.
Right.
Win or go home. It's so embarrassing.
That's crazy.
All right. Again, I think the Ravens are going to win this game, and it's Derrick Henry. It's not the quarterback. For the first time in years with your Ravens, it's always been Lamar Jackson's the key. No, it's King Henry. Get him the ball. And if you're Pittsburgh, you have one job. Shut him down. That's the ball game right there.
Yeah,
That's
the Ravens have, listen, I'll say this. The Ravens have no excuses. No TJ Watt, no DK Metcalf. Listen, and their tight end, broke his arm Sunday. He's out. So the Ravens have absolutely no excuses not to win this football game. None.
And if you're DK Metcalf, can we just say this? You are, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the biggest dumbasses in the NFL. you're trying to get to the playoffs. You're trying to get a big payday. And then you're swinging at Lions fans. That's why you didn't play down the stretch. Are you kidding me? This is Antonio Brown level stupidity.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously they go, you knew, you could see the desperation in Pittsburgh. They went after one of the best cornerbacks in the league 3 straight times on the final drive to try to score that touchdown. And they threw the ball 3 straight times to MVS. What are the Steelers, like his 3rd team this year?
It's weird with your game where it's like both coaching staffs could be gone, win or lose.
That's what they're calling this game in Baltimore and in Pittsburgh. Losing coach gets fired game.
The winning coach could be fired.
Right.
At the end of the year. I'm taking your Ravens. Is the game in Pittsburgh, though? Is that where
it is? It is in Pittsburgh.
I'm taking your Ravens.
If I were home, this might be one I actually went up for.
I could see that.
I'd go. I think I'd go to this one.
All right, I want you to know this. So everyone said Sunday night was game of the year in the NFL. And I'm like, this is every week for me. Every week is just like blood pressure and you're going to have a panic attack. And just like, it's taking years off my life. Every Bears game has been like this since Labor Day. Every single week. And again, so what is it? I'm trying to think here. Is it 3 straight weeks where it goes down to the final play pretty much?
Yeah.
And the Bears win 1 and lose 2 of them?
Well,
they're right there.
I told you the 2 best games I've seen all year were Bears games against the Bengals and the Packers.
Yes. And we're not done yet.
Yeah.
We're not done. Those were maybe, okay, it might have topped Bears-Bengals for 2 terrible defensive performances. That game Sunday night, there was no one could there was one play on defense, the first throw of the game. It's tipped, picked off, run for a touchdown for the Bears. After that, no defense.
Yeah, first
either
play,
way.
Yeah. That's right.
No
that
defense.
The first play.
No, and the Bears, they just ran out of time. If they had one more play, they score a touchdown. They're right there. Right there. So, here's my thing. I've said this for 3 weeks. They're going to win on Sunday against Detroit. They're going to get their revenge on Detroit. They're going to win that game, get the 2 seed. They're going to host the Packers to drive me even more insane, where it's going to be 60 minutes of being in the dentist chair because Jordan Love's going to play. He's going to be waiting for his revenge. So we're going to play that game. We'll survive that. Then I think one of those NFC West teams is going to beat Philadelphia in round 1. And I think we're going to get one of the West teams coming. And it might be the Niners.
Yeah.
Who do you like? Do you like Seattle or San Francisco to win on Saturday night? Who do you like?
Where is it?
San Fran.
I'll take the 49ers.
All right. So the 49ers, in theory, don't have to go on the road ever again because the Super Bowl's there as well.
Right.
You think they're going to win that game Sunday, get the 1 seed? Do you think someone can beat them in the playoffs? That's the question.
I think not only can someone beat them, someone can beat Seattle, someone can beat Chicago, obviously Philadelphia. You go down the list. I mean, I don't care whether it's Carolina, Atlanta, or Tampa. They're out in the first round. We saw the Rams get beat by the Falcons last night, right? And then the Packers. Yeah, absolutely. This is crazy, Mark. This is crazy.
Did you like Caleb Williams with about 5 minutes to go, which I told you last week when he gets the ball? It's the first time in my life. This is the scariest thing. I actually believe we have an offense. I've never experienced. I don't know. Is this like what it's like being in love with someone? I've never experienced.
It's unique.
It's unique. Like, we got the ball. It's like, well, we're going to go score now. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like,
Right.
hey, all right. Not like, I hope we can score.
And you have guys that can catch the ball.
The Burton guy could be our number 1 receiver next year. Number
you got
1.
guys that can catch the ball. Listen, I think every team, I think for the first time, every one of these teams doesn't have just one flaw, but they have multiple flaws. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what makes this so intriguing.
It's exciting. I told you this comment. It reminds me in the NBA when Michael Jordan retired to go play baseball. And all these other teams are like, hey, maybe we can win now. That's what it feels like in the NFL. No Mahomes. Don't have to go to Arrowhead. Hey, well, here's our opening. Let's go for it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Right now, if I said to you, Mark, I got to back you into a corner, who is going to the Super Bowl from the AFC and the NFC?
This is you're really putting me on the spot.
Well,
my heart is going to say the Bears. I'm rolling with my Bears. I know the Niners look great. I don't trust Christian McCaffrey to stay healthy. Their defense is trash. I think my Bears are going to the Super Bowl. And in the AFC, I know you dog them. I think it's going to be Denver because they're going to have home field for 2 games. And I think they're going to survive and get to the Super Bowl. That's my right now. Now, in 30 minutes, if you ask me again, I might switch. I think Bears Broncos, orange and blue versus orange and blue. How about you?
I'll go with I think defense travels well. I think the Texans have the best defense in the NFL. Listen, if their offense can score, I like the Texans in the AFC, and in the NFC, if the 49ers grab that home field, I like the 49ers.
When Brock Purdy was doing his stupid dance,
it's only stupid because it was
against my team. It was one of those moments where it was like, remember when they did Bounty Gate against Brett Favre and the Vikings?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm a very rational man, but the crazy guy in me watching the game's like, put him on his ass. So
hit
he
him.
never danced.
Go run across the field and hit him.
It just hit. And remember, they almost did, but Purdy is so good. He put his head down when he knew he was going to get nailed, right, on this one sack. This thing is going to be interesting. I really feel like we're going to beat the Packers, and then it's going to be like the Eagles or, I don't know, the Rams we're going to play in round 2. We're going to beat them, and then all hell's going to break loose. What if you had, okay, hypothetically, what if you had a rematch there at Santa Clara where it's Bears-Niners again for the NFC Championship game?
I don't think anybody would have an issue with that.
No, they would not. And the final score would be 52-48 again.
Right. Listen, I think 90% of the country is just happy that the Chiefs won't be there.
Oh, yeah. And we don't have to deal with Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce's dumb podcast. Like, I'm very, very – you notice the commercials went away as well. The State Farm and, for burgers and
right.
they all kind of went away. Once you start losing, you notice the commercials go away. That's what's funny about it. All right. Are you doing any games over the next couple of days?
No, we're handing out all of our football awards. We gave out our coordinators of the year
nice.
Last night. We are going to be giving out the coach of the year tonight, as well as the special teams player of the year. Tomorrow, we will give out the offensive player of the year and the lineman of the year and the defensive player of the year. And then on Thursday, the overall player of the year.
That's really cool. Well, hey, I just want to say thanks for all your help here. We're going to have a great 2026. Have a very safe New Year's. I'll see you tomorrow at the bowl game. All right, buddy?
Happy New Year. Talk to you soon, Mark.